We are live on the OxFit podcast. Good morning, everybody. January 27th. January 27th. The last week. The last week of January, folks. February's coming. February is coming fast. Who's on? Who's here? Who's hanging out this morning? Are you staying warm? My coffee's staying warm in my new Perk coffee cup. Oh my gosh. All right. Last week, huh? Last week, the whole week, we were talking about an ice storm. An ice storm filled the news waves, filled the airwaves, filled the grocery stores, and then it was just a little bit cold. We were off yesterday here downtown for no reason, and then today is even colder and everybody's back. So I don't know, make it make any sense. It's just winter, it's just cold. And then apparently this weekend's going to be even colder, so we'll see. But that leads me to talk about something that I've got written on my desk, and I need some post-it notes, but I'm going to put this up there. We're doing a new coaches course in February, and I'm really excited about it. And as part of that coaches course, we read this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I have a video summarizing this on my channel if you're going to go see it. But it's my first time reading this book since I had kids, and it's a little bit different of a read this time. Before I was applying it to other people and like how I react to kind of strangers and other people. And then now it's more about how I react to my family. And so I'm putting this up on my desk where I can see it. I need some post-it notes. I'm going to stick it to my computer, I think. But I don't know if you can read this. Let me hold it up there. My writing, I'm sorry. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain. And most fools do. Just something to think about in every situation that you're in. And so I'm going to start this off. I don't know if you watched this over the weekend, but to me, it was the scariest thing that happened this weekend. And it was watching Alex Honnold climb free solo the skyscraper. And if you haven't watched it, I think you'd struggle to watch it now, not live, because you know that he makes it to the top. But to watch it live, my palms, my feet were sweating. It was crazy. But just the whole time I'm thinking about why is he doing this and how does he do it? And let's just listen to him talk about fear. And I think it applies to some of the stuff we're talking about with like criticism and complaining and obviously fear. All right, hopefully you can hear this.
When's the last time most people were actually afraid? Like when's the last time people faced actual fear, particularly physical danger, like anything where they could actually get hurt?
Why should they experience it?
Because I think that if you don't experience real fear from time to time, you don't experience real danger and other things, then your mind just sort of creates fears out of nothing. I mean, like I see that like when I travel, like when I'm in airports, I always hear people like stressing the travel experience. Like, oh, what do we do with security? What do we do here? Like, what if we miss the flight? What if we, and you're like, chill. You're like, you're in a climate controlled airport. There's food everywhere. There's abundance all around you. Like, what if you show up 3 hours late? Like, who cares? Like, how could you get so worked up about things that do not matter? And so I think that the more real experiences you have with real fear, real danger, things like that, the less likely you are to make mountains out of molehills.
So yeah, how do you build some real fear into your life? How do you build some real experiences into your life so that, you're not constantly living in fear of things that are not attacking you? And I think the way I do that is with gratitude. I think when I take all the good stuff that is happening today and all the things that I'm grateful for, and I put them at the forefront of my day, like I start my day with gratitude, then I don't get into that mindset where I'm worried about all the little things. And then doing really hard workouts, I think sometimes I'm a little scared of some of the workouts, and then you go through them, and then you get through that, and you feel like you're going to die sometimes in a workout. You come out the other side and you feel a lot better, and you're like, okay, if I can get through that, then whatever's coming up the rest of the day, I can handle it. So yeah, how do you deal with that? How do you add fear into your life? How does fear impact your life as well? I've noticed, not being on social media helps me feel a lot better. Helps me focus on the things that I can control, and I think that's important for me. I don't want to get drawn into things that are out of my control, right? Because I'm kind of I've never slept well. You know, my mind reacts to things pretty quick. Um, and I've tried to be a little bit more stoic. And oh yeah, yeah, figured that out. Good morning, Lauren. You have a wrench. Let me see. I don't know why. I don't see the wrench on this, but you do have a wrench when I watch it the other side because you have access to our YouTube channel. So simple as that. You don't have a wrench when you comment on other people's channels. What's up, Kiki? Oh. So yeah, last week I said I was gonna follow up on my habit sheet, and it was habits, giving it a score, and giving it a reason. And last week was a little bit of a mess. I had a sick kid on Thursday and Friday, and then we were, ice storming it up Saturday and Sunday, and then on the week's been off to a rough start because it was kids off school again. So I'm going to try and track it from today onwards, and then next week, which is good because it'll kind of wrap up January. January was me like taking stock of where I am, seeing what habits are working well, seeing what I do basically on automatic, and then I can take control of that and decide where I want to fix these habits and what little changes I can make rather than it just be, what I used to do, make all these massive changes every year. So good morning, Sav. Yeah, exactly. It was a wild ice storm, especially down here in Atlanta. Our cactus really took the brunt of it. But yeah, we're back at it. The one thing I do want to talk about is today I'm going to be posting. I don't know where. Going to be posting some of the guys that I've been working with over the past couple of months, and some people, started working with me during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they got results, and they lost like 10, some 15 pounds, gained muscle, and most people over the holiday season gained 8 to 10 pounds of weight that they didn't want to gain. So when you look at it, some of these people that started working with during the most difficult times, they actually doubled their results really because they would have gained 5 pounds. And if they lost 10, they actually lost 15 pounds. So on top of that, they did it at the hardest time, which means now they can just cruise. They know that it's going to be so much easier to do it in February, March, April, when you've done it in November, December, and January. So those people are just set up for success. And it's something Lauren talked about. And it's a video that you guys should go check out if you haven't already. And let me bring it up. And it's about your mindset shifts. So if you get a chance today, it's a real quick 15-minute video. Let me show you which one it is. Right there. Still can't lose 10 pounds. Fix this first. And it's all
get stronger.
And if we go to the comments, there's some really, really good comments on this one. Whitney said, stacking the small wins during the messy, imperfect, chaotic seasons of life adds up in the best way. I fall into the all or nothing mindset so easily and beat myself up if I miss the mark anywhere. The little daily victories matter. And then, and like, that's such a great comment, isn't it? Because I was like that, all or nothing, you know? I would be all in, all or nothing on every habit. And then I'd get frustrated when one or two of them fell off, and then I'd just be nothing. So, how do you just take the wins? Like over the last weekend, when it was, the ice Mageddon of 2026, how did you take a little bit of control? And the way we took control was, okay, gyms are closed. This is so let's get out and walk as far as we can. And we walked the kids probably like 2 or 3 miles around the neighborhood. Nobody was outside. It felt like the apocalypse. Everything was closed, but luckily we walked all the way down to Hero Donuts, and they were open. The kids got a donut, we got coffees, and then we walked all the way back, and they made it all the way there and back. We got a good walk. Hot dog got outside. The loss there is that we got a donut, but the win of that is that the kids got outside, fresh air, all wrapped up. They were breaking ice. They were having a blast. And we took control of that situation in a very simple way. Now, how does that fit me winning the Masters Beach Brawl this year if that becomes one of my goals, right? It doesn't. And I could be like, well, screw it then. And I just take the whole day off and we just sit around the house. But instead, we found a win there. Like we were still active. We still got outside. We still created an experience with our kids that I don't think they'll forget messing around with all the ice. It's all they wanted to do. Mia just wanted to eat all the ice for some reason, which was insane. Which I didn't mind when it was like off a tree or something, but she was like, I was like, not the garbage cans, not the cars. So yeah, it was insane. But yeah, we took a little bit of control. And the loss is we had a donut, right? That's not good. We don't want to do that every day. We won't do that every day. But the win is we walked. And like we took that little victory to that day. And so how are you going to add up them victories in January when it's really hard and still keep moving forward? One of the big ones that came out of this video, and I think I commented it, was my favorite part of this video is when you talk about time not being stressful. Time just is. And we can attach whatever emotions and feelings we want. And then Lauren said it really good. She said, we can take back power. So, yeah, how are you going to take back power? Even when you don't have power, even when, literally, even when there's an ice storm and the only food you have in the house is, whatever it is. Like, how do you take back power? And we took back control by getting outside as much as we could. And, I would have seen this as a loss, I think, a few years ago. Now I see it as a win, right? Morning, Beefy. So, yeah, I did not get chance. And here's me. I did not get chance to fill out my habit scorecard, right? And so I'm a week behind because of last week. But what I did get to do was see what habits still worked, right? See what I could still control. And I still was able to be grateful. Gratitude is going to be a big one for me this year. And I was able to read a little bit, start reading another book because I'm stuck on the Atomic Habits book now because I want to do this scorecard. And then I'm still being able to push ahead. See, Caitlin, you got to go watch Lauren's video as well, right? Like, none of us are behind. Time just is. You're attaching that emotion to it, right? And so we're exactly where we need to be. It's only January. It's only the start of the month. It's a difficult time with the weather and, everybody getting back into a rhythm and routine. There's certain habits that you've still kept. So what you're going to do today, like I'm going to do, is I'm going to focus on all the habits that I still was able to keep. And I still managed to get outside. I still was present with my kids. We created experience with them that will last a lifetime for them. We were able to work on our patience as parents. We did a lot less yelling, and we were able to, start thinking about some other stuff that we want out of 2026. So it's all good. We're exactly where we need to be. So yeah, this is going to be a quick one today, right? Just like you, it's day one of you getting back into stuff. You've got 1,000 emails that you've got to get into. But what I want you to do before you do that is just think about some of the stuff that you want to happen as habits, and do that first. Even if you know you know that inbox is full, you've got 1,000 things you got to get done. Take that minute. You don't have to do your habits perfectly. Just do them a little bit. Do a little bit of gratitude. Do, you know, whatever that is. You said you were going to walk 5 miles today. Maybe you can't walk 5 miles. You just go around the block. Go around the block real quick and then get to work. But at least you've done that habit. You said you were going to work out. So go to the gym. It's only an hour. Get it done. You'll feel better. You'll be more effective. You'll be more efficient. I am producing some content this week at OxFit. So you'll find most of my stuff being posted on Instagram. And one of the big things that I've started, and one of the big things that I started in November, was the Fit Men's Club, the Fit Dads Club. Trying to get dads together on a Saturday morning, whether you're a member of OxFit or not, right? And the weather over the past couple of weeks has mean that we've had to have it inside. I do want to move it back outside. It's probably not going to be this weekend because it's like 15, 16 degrees, which I've never seen before in Atlanta. So it is cold. But I want to move it outside just because I want dads to be able to invite other dads that maybe are a little bit intimidated by the gym, right? Like, we have classes all day. If you ever want to get in and come and try a class at OxFit, all you got to do is message me on Instagram at Ant Oxley or email me at ant@ox.fit, and you could come anytime and try a class. But that could be kind of intimidating, like going to a gym. Everybody knows what they're doing. You kind of don't. So I want to do them outside so that we have very little equipment. We're just at the track, and you could do it at your own pace. Nobody cares, right? I want to get back to doing them at the track or at like the park or something like that. And the reason I want to do it is because I see a lot of men get a lot of benefits from moving, right? And Caitlin sent me this over the weekend, and she said I was going to enjoy. And Paddy Pimblett is a UFC fighter, and he lost this weekend. And they don't usually do many ring interviews for people when they lose, but they did a ring interview for Paddy Pimblett when he lost. And he talked a little bit about men's mental health, and he has over the last couple of fights. And so I want to just share that with it. And this is during a loss, which I think in some ways makes it even more powerful. So just have a quick listen to this.
Also, I've mentioned it in my post-fight interviews before about men killing themselves. 2 lads who are known by ours, Scott and Maggie, have killed themselves over the past couple of months since the last fought. So, again, men, speak up. Don't bottle your feelings up. Talk to someone. Don't kill yourself. And then...
And I mean, I agree, right? I tried to do a pull-up challenge, and I tried to do 1 pull-up for every man that kills themselves today, and it was 100 pull-ups, right? 100 men will kill themselves today, and that should be an easy set of pull-ups. It should not be 100 pull-ups. It should be just a couple of pull-ups, right? Like, there was just a couple of guys that we couldn't get to, that nobody could get through to, and somehow they slipped through the cracks. But that's not what it is. It's 100 men today. And that's terrifying. And Paddy Pimblett says it best. Like, yes, if you're having a hard time, reach out to somebody, speak to somebody. But one thing I know about men is men don't talk like that. Men Like, men are not going to go for a cup of coffee with someone and sit across from them and be like, tell me how you feel. Men are not going to do that. And if you can do that, all power to you. Talk to someone, go find somebody, go do that. Please go do that. But what men do best is work out next to each other or take on a task together or, like join a club of something, whatever that looks like, right? Like, I know people that are into like working out, obviously. I know people that are into bike riding. Go ride your bike next to some men and like the conversation will be good. You will be able to talk to someone and connect with somebody. Some guys are into like Magic the Gathering. I don't know what that is, like, but there's clubs. Go find a club, go sign up to that. But if you just need a group of guys to go and sweat with and feel better, like Saturday mornings at 7 a.m., I have the Fit Dads Club. Come and just move. We grab a coffee after. There's no pressure to do that. There's no pressure on anything. You can jump in and out of the workout. The workout's going to be hard. It's going to be fun. But it's for everybody. And I think I opened a gym 10 years ago to have an impact on people's mental health. When you come into our gyms, I think that is very clear from the way our coaches run their classes. The way we pick coaches is not the greatest athlete, the most intense person. It's just really, really good people, that want to connect and want to help you get better and fitter. And the reason our slogan is healthier, happy, harder to kill is because we want you to connect with people. We obviously want you to get fitter. We obviously want you to get stronger. But that harder to kill part is the bit that really drives us and really drives me. I think we have the biggest thing that I'm scared of is that we have too many lonely people. Too many people today are going to be in the house working from home, and then they're going to jump on a Peloton and work out on a Peloton, and then they're going to get on a video game. And there's no real connections there. There's just people talking to you behind a screen. There's people shouting out your username on a bike. And then there's people talking trash to you if you go online and you play video games. That 1 hour in the gym is becoming more and more and more and more and more important. So I hope you go to a place where somebody is happy you're there, tells you they're happy you're there, and then other people come up and ask you how you're doing. And then you get a good workout, right? We have some of the best workouts. We spend a lot of time designing them. Savannah spends hours and hours and hours every month designing these workouts. Don't miss the connections. Go work out next to someone. Go cheer for someone. Go talk crap. Exactly. That's my guy. Good morning, Josh. Thanks for joining us this morning. But yeah, like if you can go talk to somebody, men, go talk to somebody. But all the men I know and most of the men I know, they need to go move next to somebody or they need to go fix a motorcycle next to them. Join a motorcycle club. Magic the Gathering. Go join a chess club. Go whatever it is. Go find people that are doing something in the community where you can connect with somebody and find somebody that you know that will take you. And so you already know one person, right? And if you don't know anybody, I don't know what any of these things are, but I'll go with you. I'll go do this thing with you. So just message me at ox.fit and Oxley on Instagram, and I'll go to one of these things with you. I don't care what it is. So then you'll know one person. We go figure out together. But yeah, just a short one today, right? Is that not what it's called? But yeah, man, like go talk to somebody, yes. But if you can't talk to somebody, go work out with somebody or just reach out to me and I'll go do something with you. And we'll go find a group of people that are just like you, that are into the things that you're into and connect you. Don't just be behind a screen all day today. If you want to go for a run, hit me up. We'll go for a run. If you do want to grab a coffee, if you're that kind of person, Yeah, we can do that too. But maybe we'll grab a coffee and we'll go for a walk, right? Keep it simple. Get moving. So Saturday morning, 7 a.m. This Saturday might look a little bit different, right? If it's really bad outside and, we don't want people driving, then I'm still going to get outside and I'll get you to get a backpack, throw some weight in it, throw some bucks in it, and we'll meet somewhere and we'll go rook or something like that. But I want to get men moving every week. So that's all I'm talking about today is get off the couch, get off the carbs, and move. And that can look like moving in the gym. It can look like finding a group of people that do something socially that you want to do, whether it's video games, whether it's a run club, whether it's, I don't know, what do people do, man? All I do is work out and hang out with my kids. But whatever people do, find something, right? Board games. I remember someone talking to me about like board game clubs or stuff like that. Go find some people that are doing that. Find a third space, and I will go with you. But yeah, as much as I agree with talk to somebody, I don't think that's the easiest thing to do. I think that's very difficult to do, but there's a lot of ways to connect with other people, and I think find a way that works for you. And if you need my help with that, just shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to help. The one thing I want to close it with is what we talked about today, right? Do something that's scary. Find a scary goal, just like Alex Arnold was talking about. So all the small things don't seem so big. Write down one thing you're grateful for today so you can focus on gratitude. And the thing that I've got on my desk, that side, you can read it. Any fool can criticize, condemn, or complain today. And most fools will, and most fools do. Don't be a fool today. Don't criticize, condemn, and complain. Go be positive. Go have a great day. Go crush the workout. Get outside. Go connect with somebody. And I'll see you on Thursday with the OxFit OG, Coach Carlos. OxFit Moms podcast tomorrow. Go check out that video that Lauren put up. Go comment what mindset shift you're going to focus on there. And get outside. Get from out of them blankets. You weren't meant to feel comfortable wrapped under a blanket today. You meant to go what you were supposed to do today.